YOLO! Today we're going to be taking a look at two of everybody's favorite soft drink companies, the behemoths that are Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They have formed a duopoly and control most soft drinks and snack foods globally. They are two absolute juggernaut powerhouses, and we're going to compare how they are in dividends and a theoretical $1,000 and $10,000 investment with dividends reinvested over the past 20 years to see who really comes out on top. But as always, I'm not a financial advisor or fiduciary. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Now that we got the disclaimer out of the way, let's get into it. Let's start off by taking a look at Coca-Cola and seeing some of the other products they have besides just the million different flavors of Coca-Cola there are. We have Minute Maid Lemonade, Simply Made Orange Juice and Apple Juice, Dasani Water, Smart Water and Vitamin Water, along with Powerade. They also have Gold Peak Tea, Sprite, Fanta, and Mellow Yellow, as well as the Body Armor sports drinks, just to name a few. To give you an idea of just how big a company they are, last year in 2024, they made a little over 47 billion with a B, B-I-L-L-I-O-N, billion dollars. And now let's take a look at Pepsi and some of their other products. Starting off with Mountain Dew, and then Starry, the new Sierra Mist, because they had to rebrand from their old Sierra Mist since they legally lost the name and can no longer call it Sierra Mist. Incredibly embarrassing on their part. Aquafina bottled water, Pure Life iced tea, Rockstar energy drinks, the Starbucks energy drinks, which I've been seeing pop up everywhere over the last year. They have more than drinks though. Maybe you're feeling like having a little snack. In that case, they also have Lay's potato chips, Doritos, Cheetos, Ruffles, Tostitos, Fritos, Smart Food, which is the popcorn brand, Sun Chips, Quaker Oats oatmeal breakfast bars, Captain Crunch cereals, just to name a few of them. They've got pretty much all the major snack foods. Now, with a lot more products means a lot more opportunity to make sales. And it should be no surprise that they were able to pull in a modest amount more than Coca-Cola. And I'm being facetious when I say that, as according to Google, they pulled in over 91 billion, B-I-L-L-I-O-N, billion dollars last year. These two companies are absolutely massive, and they have a duopoly for a reason. Whatever one of them doesn't cover, the other one has completely in the bag, and it's almost impossible for independent soft drink or snack food companies to start up and ever hope to become competitive with them, just due to their massive size. Now, Coca-Cola is currently sitting at about $70.20 per share, and they pay 51 cents per share quarterly in dividends. So a $1,000 investment in Coca-Cola 20 years ago would get you roughly $3,207 today, with dividends reinvested. Or if you had invested $10,000 in Coca-Cola 20 years ago and reinvested your dividends, you'd be looking at $32,070 today, which is quite impressive. And it makes sense as to why the Oracle of Omaha, the modern-day investing guru himself, Warren Buffett, is so bullish on this one stock and holds a lot of it in his Berkshire Hathaway company. Now we look over at Pepsi, which is sitting at $131.10 a share, and they pay $1.42 per share in dividends paid out quarterly. A $1,000 investment in Pepsi 20 years ago with dividends reinvested would be worth roughly $4,298 today. And if you had done a $10,000 investment into Pepsi 20 years ago, you'd be looking at $42,980 today. So, out of the two, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, it would seem that Pepsi is the superior choice when it comes to total return factoring in dividends. However, Coca-Cola's lower share price is an easier barrier to entry for newer investors, making it more of a fan favorite. Both are great companies, and they're both qualified to be dividend kings. And a brief reminder that Dividend King is any company that has paid and increased its dividend for a consecutive 50-year minimum time period. I personally own both Pepsi and Coca-Cola in my brokerage account, but because of the lower price for just each individual share, I do own more Coca-Cola than I do Pepsi. It was easier to get into when I first started investing. However, owning both of them pretty much means I own the entire market, since being a duopoly, they have everything under their control. But let me know in the comments below, do you own either of these companies in your own portfolios? And if so, which one do you actually own more of? Let's see who's really the winner here, Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Also, in the comment section below, go ahead and drop any recommendations for stocks that you have that you want to see get pitted head-to-head against each other like Coca-Cola and Pepsi were today, so we can try and see who's the better out of the two for investors. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.